Well, good morning, guys. It's a lovely, cool Sunday morning, which makes a change because we've had a week or two or 3 weeks now of lovely hot summer weather. So at last, there are actually a few spots of rain about. But I thought I'd do something a bit different today, video-wise. Last week when I was in Thetford Forest, I was asked by a couple who I was chatting to what reference books I use for learning about mushrooms or IDing mushrooms and fungi, and it made me think it might be worth doing a video to show you the different books that I use. I don't use the real expensive books that some mycologists use. Most of my books you could buy off of places like Amazon or eBay or wherever, but I thought I'd just show you the ones I like, the ones I prefer, the ones I think are best value for money, the ones that have got better pictures and a lot better information in. So that's what I'm planning to do. It might be in 2 parts, this video, because I know if it goes on too long, a lot of people will probably get fed up halfway through. So I might do it in 2 parts, but I will show you the books that I use and the ones that I think are best for if you're a learner, just starting out on learning about fungi. Some of the books you can get into some really expensive books if you're really into fungi, but you know me, I just like collecting edible fungi. I like photographing fungi, ticking ones off of my wants list that I haven't seen and things like that. So I just thought it'd be interesting to try and show you and help you if you wanna start and you wanna buy a book, which will help. So that's the plans for this morning. A bit unusual, I know, but it's been so dry that the fungi are very slow here in East Anglia. I'm quite jealous of some of the people in other parts of the country. We've got people up north who are having lots and lots of rain and a lot better weather than us for fungi, and they're putting out some lovely pictures of some of the stuff they're finding. Wales, parts of Wales are finding some lovely stuff, but it will come to us. It comes to those who wait, they say, and hopefully it will change the weather and we'll start getting a bit cooler. I know we shouldn't wish summer away, but for those of us who love hunting and looking for fungi, it's definitely autumn that we love. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So hopefully you'll stick with me and I will show you the different books I have, which I use, and the ones I think would probably be best for people who are starting off. So I'll start and go into the books and show you. We'll have a little look at all the different ones that there are. Right guys, this is the first book I want to show you, and this is what most collectors of fungi or photographers of fungi or people who just want to learn about fungi, this is what we would say is the Bible. Written by Roger Phillips. It's called Mushrooms. It's a very big book. It's around about the £20 mark, I think. Lots of hundreds and hundreds of colour photographs, hundreds of them. I'm not sure how many pages there are. I think there's sort of, let's have a look, there's nearly 400 pages. So, but as you can see, the book covers everything. Every fungi that's found in the UK is in this book. And if you was looking for, say, I don't know, bird's nest fungus, it won't just have one, it'll have all the different bird's nest fungus that are found. So it's very good like that. It will cover everything. If you're a beginner and you just want to know about most learning just about what we find in this country and some parts of Europe, then this is the book for you. This does cover everything. Very comprehensive. It certainly covers most, if not all, of the British fungi that I know of. It's got thousands of pictures, all the information on the caps and the stems and the gills and the flesh, the spores, all that stuff. It tells you the habitat that they like, it tells you the weather and the season that they prefer. So it's a really, really good book for those who want to learn everything all in one book. Without buying another book, you could get away with just having this book. The only fault for me, I find that some of the pictures in this book are a little bit, they've got that, how can I explain it? They've got that little yellowy orange tinge to the colouring, and it puts me off a little bit because I mean, if you look at those, they all got that orangey sort of tint about them, whereas I like a photograph that's more realistic. I want them colours. I want to make sure that I can look in a book and find the same mushrooms as what I've got in my hand. Not, oh yeah, I think that's the one. I want to know. So the only thing that lets me down is not all the photographs are like it. There's thousands of photographs in here, and some are really, really good photographs. But I just find some of them, again, look, you can see these orangey tinge to some of them. I don't know why. I guess it's just the way they've been photographed. But that's the only thing that lets it down for me. I guess it doesn't make a lot of difference to most people. It's just that I photograph a lot of fungi, and when you photograph a lot of fungi, you can see if there's a good photograph or a bad photograph in a book. And most of the books that I use have got great colour photographs, and this is the only thing that lets it down for me. Apart from that, it's a great book and it covers everything. Information wise, you couldn't beat it. So don't be put off by the odd photographs not being up to my standard, because everybody's each to their own, isn't it? So, but it's a lovely book, one I suggest you get if you're a beginner, and you can get away with just having that one book. It does cover woodland mushrooms, it covers grassland mushrooms. Everything you're going to find in the UK is going to be in this book, so I would suggest it's number one on your list probably. Right, book number 2, one of my favourites, Edible Mushrooms by Jeff Dan. It's a really good book. It shows you hundreds of species, over 300 species altogether. There's over 500 pages, lots and lots of lovely photographs, and these photographs to me are top notch. They really are good photographs. It covers all the edibles in this country, from giant puffballs to brackets, all sorts, all the boletes. It's a really good book, but the important thing is it also tells you which are poisonous. So to start foraging for mushrooms, you really need, the first thing you need to know, and the most important thing you need to know, is which are poisonous. We can all learn the different edibles, but you really need to know which ones are poisonous. That's important, and this book tells you that. I mean, from wax caps right up to anything, destroying angels, everything's in here. Everything, all the poisonous ones, all the lovely edibles. It gives you some great notes. It along with the usual info, it gives you culinary notes, so which also helps if you're going to cook them, if you're going to what's best for them and stuff like that. It's really is a good book. Every mushroom has its own page, and they're lovely clear photographs, as I said before. So really and truthfully, for me, for the edible mushrooms, this would be the book. If you're just out to collect mushrooms to eat and you just want to buy one book, then this is the one you want. This is a really good book on edible mushrooms. It really is. I can't beat it. It's my favourite. It's definitely my favourite. So there you go. Well, Edible Mushrooms by Jeff Dan. A really, really good book. Gives you all the normal info like stem and cap, pores, gills, all that sort of stuff. It gives you all that info as well, but it is just really for edibles, and it teaches you which, more importantly, you can't eat. So I can't stress enough how good this book is. It really is one of my favourite books. Right, the next book, Fascinated by Fungi, written by Pat O'Reilly. Now this book is more for the person who wants to just learn about the fungi rather than foraging for fungi, rather than which is edible, which is poisonous, because this book doesn't tell you that. It tells you everything else, and it's full of lovely photographs, hundreds of photographs. I mean hundreds of great photographs. There's over 400 pages. It also gives you info on the caps and the stems and the gills, etc., like the others do. And it also gives you info on the wild flowers, or some of the wild flowers and plants that you might find out. It helps you on the identification of the trees. So it's a really good book like that. It is really for those who just want to learn about the fungi, where you find it, what it grows with, and things like that. If you're out to find fungi to eat, then this book's no good for you, because it just doesn't tell you. It doesn't say anything about what's poisonous, what's edible, etc., etc. So it is more for the fungi learner, mycologist, or budding mycologist, and those who just really are fascinated, as it says on the cover, fascinated by fungi. So all in all, it's a fantastic book if you just want to learn the ID for fungi. You know, if you find a fungi, you're not sure what it is, this book will tell you, and you will find it in this book. So for that reason, it's a great book. If you're a forager, not so. I'd leave it alone. It was around about £15 mark, but it is, as I say, it's a great book. It's a very interesting book, and it tells you all the information you want to know on all of the really good information as well on all mushrooms found in this country. But like I say, the only thing that lets it down is it doesn't tell you whether they're edible or poisonous. But apart from that, a great book. That's Fascinated by Fungi by Pat O'Reilly. Right guys, that's the end of part one. So I'll put this video out, and then tomorrow I will put out part two. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please give us a big thumbs up, hit that like button, and thank you to all the new subscribers. We reached the 500, and now we're carrying on slowly above the 500, but hopefully we're going to have lots of videos to bring. Another month, I would imagine, another 3 or 4 weeks. Let's get the main hot summer months out of the way, and then we'll start having a lot more mushrooms to find. So thank you guys. Feel free to subscribe. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. You know, if you just need a Google account, I think, which takes a couple of minutes to set up, and then you can subscribe to other videos that you like, other channels on YouTube. So thank you to all those great comments we're getting, and thanks. It really feels good to be appreciated, and like I say, it's just me showing you what I find, and hopefully helping other people to ID stuff. I mean, I'm just a beginner like everybody else, so if any of the people who watch, who are far more educated when it comes to fungi and mycology than me, if I'm doing anything wrong, or if I call the wrong ID on a mushroom, then please just let us know in the comment, because we all want to learn together. All of us want to learn together. It's great, isn't it, learning together? The more heads we got learning, the more we can learn. So thank you guys, thank you for staying till the end of part 1, and I will bring you part 2 tomorrow. So until then, get out there if you can. It's a lovely Sunday, so try and get out this afternoon or this evening and see what you can find. And don't forget, when you're out there, keep your eyes open.